So as the President mentioned there in that clip, he does indicate that he's going to be delivering the Charlotte Maxeke Memorial Lecture at Fort Hare University in Alice in the Eastern Cape this afternoon. Earlier, Ramaphosa unveiled Maxeke's monument at Gqugesi Village outside Fort Beaufort. The memorial lecture is part of Maxeke's 150-year celebrations by the ANC. For more on this, let's cross to our reporter Lerato Fekisi, who's standing by at Fort Hare. Thanks very much for joining us, Lerato. So what time do we anticipate President Ramaphosa to start speaking, and what's the vibe there where you are?
We have heard that the President has left Fort Beaufort. He's now making his way here to Fort Hare University in Alice and is expected to speak in about 30 minutes. The atmosphere is pretty quiet right now. We have not seen a lot of people arriving. It's actually pretty empty. Only members of the ANC Women's League in attendance for now. We also did see former MEC of Health, Cindy Swagomba, also here as well, but pretty much empty for now because the delegation is still in Fort Beaufort and making their way here for the memorial lecture, which will be delivered by the President in honor of the late Charlotte Maxeke.
Made provision for being compliant with the COVID-19 rules. See, there's a lot of social distancing there.
Yes, definitely. I think even when we entered, we were told to screen. We were all screened. We were sanitized. And obviously, as you could see, the seats are at a distance from each other. And there are people walking around throughout the venue, making sure that people, even when you come close to someone, don't get too close and that you maintain the social distance. So definitely COVID-19 regulations be adhered to. People sanitized when they walk in and also being tested when they walk into this venue.
And just in terms of the ordinary population in and around the region there, are people observing some celebrations other than the ANC?
I really can't say that people are really celebrating. I think not where we are, because we are at Fort Hare University. I think the students are still very much surprised as to why there's so many cars at their campus. So no really celebrations here, but I really did see in Fort Beaufort there was so much celebration, also admiration for the President, especially how he hampered in on the issue of corruption, saying that if the ANC is to go back to its former glory, they've got to make sure they root out corruption. So in Fort Beaufort, there was a session where people got to interact and ask the President questions and also make recommendations. But here where we are, it's really, really quiet. No celebrations. I think the students are just wondering why so many police people, why so many cars, but no real celebrations of what's really happening here.
Yeah. So, Lerato, just give the viewers a sense of the significance of Miss Maxeke and what she brought to the struggle. Of course, the President has talked about how she spearheaded education programs. Why is she so vital and important to our history?
I think we need to go back to when the ANC was founded, and she was part of that founding conference of the ANC. And then fast forward to education, where she was the first person, the first African woman to attain a BSc degree, and also the first African woman to attain a degree in America. And then over and above that, I think what's really important about her is that she was so passionate about making a difference in people's lives. After obtaining all these qualifications, and made it her point to make sure that she fights for the rights of women, especially in terms of economic freedom and political voices. She was one of the women who was in the forefront in the formation of the Bantu Women's League, which is the forerunner of the Women's League, and also someone who marched to Bloemfontein against the passes for women. And also in the late 90s, she played a pivotal role in a dialogue that took place in Witwatersrand, where she talked about what role is women being given in the political atmosphere. Are workers getting enough wages? Do women have a voice politically? Do we have a voice economically? And I think that is what, over and above everything else she played a role in. The one thing that I really did pick up from her history is that she was really passionate about making a difference in people's lives, and also making sure that women are empowered, not only politically but also economically as well.
She sounds like a formidable woman. Thank you very much, Lerato. We're going to leave it there. Lerato Fekisi reporting there from Fort Hare University.